It's really easy to see that there's a lot of rotation in the golf swing, but did you know that if you don't tilt with the rotation by itself isn't going to work, right? So today's video, we're going to help you understand what you can look for on video and what you need to do in your swing to generate the proper tilt. Nate, let's have you take an address position here and now move to your impact position. Okay, so let's go to address and impact. All right, now let's look from the face on and then down the line of what we see change. So from the face on perspective compared to impact, in a great golf swing, there's more forward shaft lean, and you'll see that the right wrist has gone to be extended, the left wrist is flatter, right? You notice the hands are a little lower, right? Mm-hmm. That's what you're going to see in great impact, that forward shaft lean, this really stable wrist combination. Now let's look at the down the line perspective. Okay, so set up and impact. Okay, notice how the shoulders are tilted more, okay, that you see from the down the line video. The left hip is back and the shoulders are tilted this way. Now, when you deconstruct this in slow motion, yeah, his pelvis rotated, but there was a tilt that came back towards the camera, right? Mm-hmm. So Nate, let's have this kind of an interesting exercise. Just tilt towards the camera just to the right and then rotate your hips, mm-hmm. right? So just tilt and then rotate. There's a tilt and now rotate. It's both motions that you need. Okay, let's look at it from the face on perspective here. Mm-hmm. So just tilt to the right and then rotate. Moral of the story is if you just rotate without the tilt, your shoulders are too level and the only way you can reach the ball is by flipping the wrist, right?
Yeah, the path is going to be either really negative or super positive if we can't maintain a good spine angle by tilting, dropping the right shoulder straight down. It sends the club right through, hips open, and the club can come through on a good path and the face can stay pretty square.
So this is really eye-opening. Just stand up, try this motion, right? Tilt to the right, and then rotate your pelvis left. And it's like, oh, okay, there's the impact. And if I just rotate, yeah, you'll see your shoulders are way too level, right? Mm-hmm. Proper impact is a combination of rotation and tilting. You must tilt to get that impact position. Right. So Nate, let's have you hit a couple of shots, okay. And then we'll look at it in slow motion. We'll see both from the face-on and down-line perspectives, and we'll provide some commentary on what you look for as you see tilt in that swing.
So in this swing, I'm going to really try to feel as I get to impact, getting that tilting bend to the right as I drive through impact.
So that shot was 175 yards, 8 feet off the line.
9 iron.
9 iron. (182 yards to within 10 feet with a 9 iron. Path was less than a degree and face angle less than a degree. Really straight shot. Another important concept to understand related to the tilting is it's not bending your back, right? Anatomically, you want to make sure in the golf swing that you're not rotating and bending your back, right? You want your spinal column to maintain its nice, natural, neutral position. That's how the vertebrae are designed to rotate. If you bend and rotate, now you've put pressure on your discs. You're asking for disc issues in your back. So Nate, if we look at you, just do a tilt and rotate in slow motion, right? You'll notice what's so key here is how you use the hips and the pelvis his spine, as we look from the down the line perspective here, his spine is very neutral, right? It's tilted, but it's still neutral in shape because of how you've used the hips to allow the pelvis to move on top of the hips. Remember, the hips are ball sockets, right? You've got your pelvis structure, and the way you use your legs and those ball joints, your pelvis has a lot of range of motion. That allows your spine to be really stable. So when you tilt, you are not bending your back, you are supporting your back with the pelvis and the hip motion to be very neutral. So when I look at your swing, I mean, you have a lot of fluidity in your, in your upper back and your thoracic region as you come through. You're not like bending your back and trying to turn. That's asking for health issues.
Yes.
It's a stable spine, right, supported with how the hips and pelvis work.
100%.
So tilting is essential, but it's not bending. Use your hips, use your pelvis. Go to setup, and then feel your impact, right? Setup, impact. You can see your spine doesn't need to bend as you go to that position. Your pelvis moves, your hip sockets allow the rotation. That's what you want to feel. Just ingrain that. Setup to impact, setup to impact. You can feel that tilt with the pelvis motion. It'll let you play better golf. Sometimes it's really hard to understand how to do these things just by yourself. We've got a great solution. We offer a 7-day free trial to our online swing review program where Nate will look at your swing, give you the feedback directly right back to your phone. It's a terrific way to help understand how to do these things. Click on the link in the description below or in the iCard and get started today.